What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscriber die trying. You see the thumbnail. Hate, crime, hypocrisy. So, with bipartisanship, so that means Democrats and Republicans, they came together to make sure they had a bill for Stop Asian Hate, which would make uh, Asians specifically have a hate crime bill for, I guess, for the increase in uh, anti-Asian um, violence due to the pandemic. So, in a year's time, you've gotten, pretty much a bill that's probably going to get signed by the president if it hasn't already gotten signed. Um, Also, they have money put aside for Asians who got attacked. And the hypocrisy about this is, like I said before, when they said stop Asian hate, there was not a stop all hate. And then with this hate crime bill, there isn't anybody going, but well, we don't know what's in people's hearts if they attack Asians. We don't know if it's hate that's the reason. And I've seen there are two people already arrested: a Hispanic man and a white woman who already got arrested and charged with a hate crime in the last 2 days or something like that, day whatever, because of an attack on an Asian. Now the hypocrisy also comes into play where so if you attack somebody black, you have to have this, you know, even if you use, you could use racial slurs and people say, okay, it's probably a hate crime. But at the same time, this has been going on for years, and it's hard to prove a hate crime when it's towards somebody black. And then all of a sudden, like I said earlier, you make legislation for hate crime, and is brand new legislation for Asians specifically, because obviously the hate crimes, bill that's on the books ain't working. So the Asian one, this is the one that's gonna work. When it's against somebody Jewish, then it works. I don't think it works against Muslims. You know, doesn't work against when it's against us for sure. So these are the ones that's gonna work. I'm not even sure if it works for the gay community. But the hypocrisy is, um, glaring. Now, the interesting thing about it that interests me is, in some ways, they use my community as the face for pushing this. When this is something that's overwhelmingly Caucasians and doing to Asians, or non-black people doing to Asians, because it started with the xenophobia stuff from Trump and calling the coronavirus the China virus and this, that, and the third. So, but it got pushed through. And I was like, what's interesting about this, so the hate crime bill itself has to deal with the pandemic. So what happens when the pandemic's over and two people get into it? Like, then it's going to wither away because that had nothing to do with the pandemic. So is that when it kicks in, or you don't know somebody's heart? Now, the other flip side of that is this. What about when Asian people instigate stuff? And then because Asians who antagonize people and disrespect people, and then when you respond in kind, then they become a victim. So you're gonna have to, they can easily, if they pick a fight with you and you get in a fight with them and you win, they can easily say hate crime, and you have to prove that, they disrespected you first. So it's like letting people off the hook. Like the guy that got beat up on the subway, and they posted it like it was it was for Asian hate, but the guy called the man the N word, and but we're gonna try to skip over that part. But the people in the video said it, so it's more hypocrisy in the sense of you might see a lot of people picking fights to play victim, to as a means to getting to the money, right? But the fact that all of a sudden you change the race, you change the ability to get things done. The and the other hypocrisy is, see, this is not a people of color bill. You get what I'm saying? So, we're the idiots. People of color, we're the. It's people of color when other people want in. But when it's them and specifically, see, it ain't a people of color uh, hate crime bill. No, because those people of color know that the one with the black people doesn't work. So we need our own, the one that actually works. So, this has red flags all around it, but I'm sure it's going to be effective for the Asian community. But to me, it puts America's hypocrisy on blast. It puts Asian people's hypocrisy on blast, and it puts our hypocrisy on blast. Because we for everybody. Stupidly. But like, share, subscribe, or die. Try and catch you on the next one. Peace.